game. 26 points. You blocked 5 shots. You had 7 rebounds. Did you pop the corn and help everybody get here okay?
Yes, sir. We knew we had to come out to play today, and I knew I had to show up today because last year I did not show up, so I, kind of had to make up for that. My teammates believed in me, and they got me the ball in the right spots. And so when your teammates believe in you, I mean, you can do anything. So they were able to get me the ball in the right spots, and I was able to hit shots tonight. And, that's the thing about our team. We got 7 dudes that they can go off at any time. So tonight was my night. Who knows whose night it's going to be tomorrow.
Reinhardt had a good game Friday night, 22 points, but tonight it was you and Hudson Sparks and also Tyler Doyle.
Yes, sir. You don't know. You have to guard all of us this year, so being able to do that, I feel like we're going to make a far run just because of that.
You look at the Lexington Catholic, you're 31-2. You played a good schedule, so really you guys aren't in awe of anybody, but you respect your opponents. You got a tough one coming up Saturday in the semifinals.
Yes, sir. We got a tough game, whoever we play. I don't know if it's Great Crossing or Scott County, but they're both tough teams. We're going to have to come out to play like we did tonight.
It was great. Great Crossing, I believe, right, Tony?
They were up 10 with 30 seconds
Great
to go.
Crossing up 10 with 30 seconds. So you'll go up against a guy that's almost as big as you are, 6'11", Malachi Moreno. That'll be a good matchup.
Yes, sir. He's fun to play against. He's going to be a big-time star in college. So being able to go against the best and against him, he's a good kid. It's going to be a fun battle.
You look at the Lexington Catholic. You changed up your defense, and Tony Wise, get in there and tell us about that too. But the zone defense really worked for you tonight.
Yes, sir. We have many defenses that we practice, and you don't know what you're going to get from us. So we knew they were going to hit 3, so we knew we had to change it up a little bit in the first half. They had 30 points. I don't think we've given up that money this year. So it was a great change by Coach Salzman, and we were able to stop him in the second half.
Well, when it's 59-50, you guys went on a run there and just kind of put the kibosh on them. Ended up winning by 19 points.
Yes, sir. Their dudes had to play all game. We got 8 dudes that can play. So being able to what was the question again?
I don't know what these guys doing.
We're just having fun.
Oh.
Don't mess the hair up, though. Don't mess the hair up.
These guys are something. We'll talk with Reese Potter, our star of the game. We'll get a plaque out to you. A great game tonight, Reese, and you're complimentary of your teammates, too.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Reese. Brandon Salzman gets in there. Tony, you got some questions for Coach Salzman, too. You played you had a good defensive game tonight, but you guys always play good defense. I think that's your trademark this year, isn't it?
Yes, no doubt. I mean, we've won our games this year based upon our defense, and when it's good, we're really good, and when it's not, we'll get beat. But first half they came out and scored probably the most points we've given up in a long time in the first half. And, it's an 11th region tournament game. Anybody who's been around knows that every team in this tournament is good. There's no bad teams left, and you're going to have to battle. And, in hindsight, of course, looking now that we've won, it's what you want as a coach. It's a tough game against a tough opponent who's very physical. And it gets our guys enough experience in a big time atmosphere that hopefully that'll prevail for us going down to EKU.
Yeah, you had to play good defense. The Final Four over there is the Final Four we thought it would be, Tony. You got Great Crossing and Catholic. You got Madison Central and Douglas. That's 4 ranked teams and teams that have been competitive and won games all year.
I mean, can't you get somebody to switch me out real quick? I mean, I'll go down and play in another region. You get them to come over and play.
Which region would you like?
Anyone but this one. I mean, this is a bunch of slobber knockers. That's what this is. So, when you play in this region, I've grown up in this region. I've watched this region my whole life. You're going to get great basketball. So you just got to hope that you're going to be clicking that night and things are going to go your way. And we're certainly going to be out there and we're going to guard. So we're going to see how it goes.
Brandon, do you know when you guys called timeout with like 4:40 to go, 4.5 to go, it was 59-50, and you all came out the zone, went back to your 3-2, and I don't know if you realize this, Mount Southern didn't score again.
We played that 3-2 since the beginning of time, and it's nice to have it in our back pocket. As good as our man-to-man is, having that zone sometimes with the length that we have can bother a lot of people, and you can put a kid like Rowan Williams on the front of it. It really, really helps to stop a lot of shots off the top, and that's what we were trying to stop. They were killing us with those threes at the top, and so we went to that zone to kind of put 3 guys up and let Reese patrol the paint, and it worked out fittingly. Great coaching, right?
That's exactly right. Friday night when you went, you stayed man to man against LCA and cut off the driving lanes and smothered them. Well, these guys aren't drivers. They're shooters. And all of them could shoot, all of them can handle. And they were kind of slicing and dicing you in the first half. And I thought, Gary and I were talking about it, I thought the zone was the key to the game there the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we had their big kid on our scouting report a lot. I thought he'd play a lot more than he did. And when they didn't, when they committed to playing small, it really – that forces Reese to kind of do some different things. But when you put that zone out there a little bit, it lets Reese do what he does best, which is stay near the blocks and do the things that he needs to do. So, we're certainly going to work on it in the next couple of days. We might need it going down the line. But we'll see what we're at. Tell Great Crossing we're going to run a 1-3-1 zone. Okay. All right, and
delay game.
Yeah,
4 corners.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Reese Potter too? He made the comment about last year. I didn't have a very, very good game, but I wanted to step up this year, and he did step up.
Well, if you want to go over to LAC tomorrow morning at 5:30, you'll see him over there working. I mean, he's worked his tail off, and there's a lot of people that are trying to get their claws in him. It's the way of the world these days, where people see his success and they want to claim. But he is his own person. He has done what he has done on his own, and he wants it more than anything in the world. And you can see that in his play. He's worked his tail off, and I think going down the stretch here, he's going to be awfully tough to beat.
I think he's grown up. You make a great point of how he's matured as a player, but he's matured as a person. He doesn't complain with the officials as much. We talk about it all the time last year. Yeah. If he takes an elbow in the chest, there's no telling how he reacts. It's been fun to watch his maturity as a person and a player.
Yeah, Hudson and him were watching highlights from their sophomore year the other day, and they just were laughing at what shells of players they were back then and what they've become. I mean, they're both just great high school players, and Reese has got a really good chance to be a great player going forward at many levels. But Hudson too has just turned into, just from what he started to what he's become too. He's another kid that's just worked his tail off, and those two seniors were going to ride their backs all the way through here.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking out the time. Good luck Saturday. We'll be there. Perhaps we'll have the semifinals on the air at 1 o'clock and your game at 3 o'clock.
Wouldn't be an 11th region final without you, or semifinals without you there, big dog.
Thank you, Brandon Salzman. Thank you, Coach.
See you guys.
That's Brandon Salzman, the coach of Lexington Catholic. Tony, got some final numbers you want to pass along there?
Absolutely. Madison Southern, as we talked with Coach Salzman, did not score in the last 4.5 minutes when Lexington Catholic went back to that 3-2 zone. That length really, really bothered them. Madison Southern in the second half only scored 20 points, 6 out of 22 from the floor, 9 out of 29 from the game, from the three-point line, only 3 of 14 in the second half. Had 20 total rebounds. They were led by Jay Rose, 17 points, and as a former coach, he went 5 of 14. If their best player scores 17, he takes 14 shots to do it. We'll take it. Zach Hudson had 12 points. Braden Hudson had 10, their 3 leading scorers. And as we mentioned, Reese Potter, the 7-footer with 26 points, 7 rebounds, 5 block shots, 1 assist, 1 steal in 31 minutes. Hudson Sparks, 17 points. Tyler Doyle, 17 points. Lexington Catholic with 34 total rebounds, plus 14 on the glass, which you would expect against a smaller Madison Southern team. And Lexington Catholic, 19 of 22 from the free throw line. Lexington Catholic moves on, winning 69-50 tonight over Madison Southern, and they will face, I did not get a final score, but it looked like Scott County was going to hold on.
You mean Great Crossing?
Great Crossing is going to hold on and beat Scott County. So it'll be 1 o'clock, Madison Central and Douglas, which I expect a big crowd, being the hometown team.
Yep.
And these Lexington Catholic Knights try to they've already played Great Crossing once early in the year. I mentioned it earlier. They played them at the Gary Moore Classic, down in Franklin County. The score of that game on January 28th was 61-52 in favor of Lexington Catholic. Reese Potter and Malachi Moreno will be a great matchup.
Yes.
Hudson Sparks and Vince Dawson will be a great matchup.
Yep.
Should be a heck of a game, Gary.
Heck
of 2 games.
Yeah, heck, a doubleheader. That'll be this Saturday, and the girls' action tomorrow night should be good games as well. That's it for us, 69-50. Catholic wins it over Madison Southern. Until tomorrow night on Prep Spin. And Saturday we have the boys semifinals at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock for the King of Stream. William Moorfield for Tony Wise. This is Gary Ball saying so long from Lexington Catholic.